The Story of Philosophy, Schopenhauer, by Will Durant, narrated by Mark Bowen. 1. The Age. Why did the first half of the 19th century lift up as voices of the age a group of pessimistic poets? Byron in England, de Musset in France, Heine in Germany, Leopardi in Italy, Pushkin and Lermontov in Russia. A group of pessimistic composers, Schubert, Schumann, Chopin, and even the later Beethoven, a pessimist trying to convince himself that he is an optimist. And above all, a profoundly pessimistic philosopher, Arthur Schopenhauer. That great anthology of woe, The World as Will and Idea, appeared in 1818. It was the age of the Holy Alliance. Waterloo had been fought, the Revolution was dead, and the son of the Revolution was rotting on a rock in a distant sea. Something of Schopenhauer's apotheosis of will was due to that magnificent and bloody apparition of the will made flesh in the little Corsican, and something of his despair of life came from the pathetic distance of St. Helena. Will defeated at last, and dark death the only victor of all the wars. The Bourbons were restored, the feudal barons were returning to claim their lands, and the pacific idealism of Alexander had unwittingly mothered a league for the suppression of progress everywhere. The great age was over. "I thank God," said Goethe, "that I am not young in so thoroughly finished a world." All Europe lay prostrate. Millions of strong men had perished. Millions of acres of land had been neglected or laid waste. Everywhere on the continent life had to begin again at the bottom, to recover painfully and slowly the civilizing economic surplus that had been swallowed up in war. Schopenhauer, traveling through France and Austria in 1804, was struck by the chaos and uncleanliness of the villages, the wretched poverty of the farmers, the unrest and misery of the towns. The passage of the Napoleonic and counter-Napoleonic armies had left scars of ravage on the face of every country. Moscow was in ashes. In England, proud victor in the strife, the farmers were ruined by the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?